of silence, now that I can't seem to outrun, creeping through the floorboards, through the corners of this room. Your laughter lingers on the walls like the ghost of the sun, a faded golden afternoon. Sinking into gloom, I still see you as a child, barefoot in the light, untouched by the shadows and the heavy hand of fate. Now you're standing tall and steady, ready for the fight, while I'm losing every battle, and it's getting far too late. I tried to be the solid ground beneath your wandering feet, but even ancient mountains crumble when the dark and winter meet. On the day my heavy hands dissolve into the air, and I'm no longer standing in the light beside you there, will you feel me in the breeze that brushes past your face like a whisper through the branches, full of longing and of grace? When the road is long and jagged and the climb is far too steep, and you're fighting for the courage that you're struggling to keep, I'll be everything you knew, a rhythm in your chest, still holding on to you when the world puts you to the test. Though my mind may drift away, unaware of where I've been, my love is everywhere beneath the surface of your skin. I remember every tear you tried to hide from view, when the weight of growing older started breaking into you. I pretended not to notice, I looked the other way, just so you could keep your dignity through the wreckage of the day. All the words I couldn't find are the ones that burn the most. They echo in the hollows of my ribs just like a ghost, a late and bitter yearning for the things I didn't say, haunting every second as the light begins to gray. If I could trade my everything to buy a little time, I'd spend a dozen lifetimes just to keep your hand in mine. When my hands become the air, you won't need to find me there. I'll be living in your soul, in the very breath you share, in the fabric of your being, in the pieces made of gold, and the courage of the stories that you never even told. In your battle and your fight, in the way you choose the light, you'll become the very dream I was dreaming in the night. Stronger than the man I was, braver than I've ever been. Even when the world is bare, you'll feel me everywhere. Don't you shoulder all my fears, don't you carry all my years, don't you drown your spirit in a sea of silent tears. Take the love I couldn't speak, let it be the map you need to guide you through the darkness at a terrifying speed. And if the hollow night won't let you fall into a sleep, and the jagged edge of sorrow starts to cut a little deep, just close your eyes and feel me. I am closer than a prayer, in the silence of the room, in the pulsing of the air. So when the wind calls out your name across the open plains, and nothing feels familiar through the winter and the rain, just remember, through the darkness, through the depths of your despair, I'm still holding on to you. There are dust motes dancing in the embers of the light across the room where we once sat during the night. Your laughter's carved into these walls like a silent refrain, stronger than the sun, brighter than the years of rain. I still see the tiny shoes trying hard to catch my ghost. Now you're walking a road where I'm needed the most. Every second slipping by is a goodbye I can't undo, a race against a void, and I'm losing sight of you. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, past the borrowed boundaries of our mortal skies. Can you feel me vibrating in the marrow of your bone? When you're standing at the crossroads, feeling all alone, and every choice you weigh and every risk you dare to take, I'll be a quiet sign, a ripple on the lake where your footsteps finish the path I had to forsake. I gathered every fragment of the days you learned to grow, from your first broken stutters to the steel you now show. I tried to build a fortress stronger than the world I knew, but time has jagged blueprints that it never shares with you. Cannot walk beside you through the twilight's final glow. If love was an anchor, I'd have never let us go. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, past the borrowed boundaries of our mortal skies. Can you feel me vibrating in the marrow of your bone? When you're standing at the crossroads, feeling all alone, and every choice you weigh and every risk you dare to take, I'll be a quiet sign, a ripple on the lake where your footsteps finish the path I had to forsake. Don't you shoulder the weight of the ghosts I left behind. Don't let a shroud of sorrow be the border of your mind. Take the fire I've kindled in the center of your chest, let it burn through your life, put the shadows to rest. And when the sky turns cold and the world is far too wide, when you've got no holy mountain where you can run and hide, listen to the spaces between the memories we shared. I am the inner strength for which you've been prepared. Where your footsteps outrun the reach of my eyes, I'm still walking in your thoughts beneath these open skies. Every path you dare to roam, every land you claim your own, will still taste like home, even when I'm unknown. In your courage, in your battle, in the way you chase the light, you are the living version of the dreams I lost tonight. Even when I cross the line into the great and silent sea, you'll forever be mine throughout eternity. So when the night devours the last embers of the day, and I slowly slipped into the mist and drifted away, just remember deep. There's a brand new rhythm in the way you walk today, stronger and prouder than the one I used to play. You don't look back with that shadow of a doubt, like when this whole world was just us, inside out. I still hear your younger voice crying through the dark, and I'd come running every time to find a winning spark. But the hands of the clock, they won't slow down for me, no matter how hard I fight, how much I try to be. I gave my whole life so you'd never stand alone. But time is a guest that never makes itself at home. When my breath stops counting the rhythm of the time, and I leave behind the mountain I was meant to climb, turns to stone, cold and unrefined. I'll be there in every piece of goodness that you find, even when my breath stops counting time. Shaking feet, now you're walking further than I was ever meant to meet. There were dreams I couldn't reach, words I left unsaid, but every ounce of love I had, I poured it out instead. If I could steal a moment more from the hands of fate, I'd stay right here forever, just to keep the fire straight. Don't you carry every fear that I used to hold. Don't you drown in silent tears when the nights get cold. Take the love I gave to you, let it be your North Star, let it shape the way you see, no matter where you are. And if the horizon feels too wide and too vast, and you've got no place to hide from the ghosts of the past, close your eyes and you will hear me say, I never truly went away. When my breath stops counting the rhythm of the time, you only leave the shadow of my love behind. In your strength and in your fight, in the way you choose the light, every step you dare to take, every promise held tight. You become the very soul of what I once designed. The day my breath stops counting time. Silence feels too loud in the middle of the night, and you're lost within the crowd, searching for the light. Just remember, through the ride, through the low and the high, I'm still living in your time. I'm still living in your time. The wooden chair still creaks the same old tune by the window where you watch the rising moon. I still hear your childhood ghost within these walls. It echoes at the passing time forest halls. I was never one for words, I kept them locked away. I built my love in heavy stones and the dust of every day. Now the clock has lost its steady beat. Every second sounds like your name on a lonely street. I'll be the silence after you, when the world feels torn in two, in the voids you cannot fill, in the moment standing still, when you're wandering without a light and there's nowhere left to hide from the night. Close your eyes, I'll pull you through. I'll be the silence after you. I remember every scrape upon your knees, and the nights you begged the dark to stay at peace. I would sit beside your bed, a shadow in the hall, until your dreams began to spark and break your fall. Now I'm fighting a phantom that I cannot outrun, and it hurts to know I'm fading before your journey's done. If love could chain me to this earthly ground, I'd never let my heartbeat lose its sound. I'll be the silence after you, when the world feels torn in two, in the voids you cannot fill, in the moment standing still, when you're wandering without a light and there's nowhere left to hide from the night. Close your eyes, I'll pull you through. I'll be the silence after you. Don't you buckle beneath the crushing weight. Don't let your grief become a cage of fate. Take the love I left as your iron and your blade. Let it strengthen the mind and the choices you made. And if the sky should fall in sheets of flame and you're screaming out for me, calling my name, for you. I'll be the silence after you, but my love will pull you through. Every step you're meant to take, every choice you've yet to make. I'm the whisper in your inner ear, even when the world says I'm not here. In the dark, in the core of what is true, I'll be the silence after you. So when the world feels cold and new, and you don't know what you're meant to do, just remember through the rise and fall, I was never really gone at all. Gathered your lines in a cardboard tube, crayon suns and horizons askew. Every stroke of your hand, every ink-stained bloom, still haunts the halls of the man I once knew. You used to chase the shadow of my stride, like I was the gravity holding your world. Now I watch you rise with a titan's pride, into a flag that's yet to be unfurled. And it chills my bones more than the coming night, that I won't be the one to witness your life. When I'm just ashes scattered in my echo, drifting through the hallways of your past. Will you hear me when the silence starts to grow, calling your name until the very last? When the world begins to crumble at your feet, and the midnight keeps the morning out of reach, I'll be the rhythm that your heavy heartbeat needs, the silent vow that time can never breach. Even when my ghost begins to disappear, I'll still be standing right here. I've memorized the cadence of your ghost, like a broken hymn I'm forced to sing. Every tear you hid, the ones that hurt the most, are the jagged thorns to which I cling. I beg the clock to stall its rusted gears, to cheat the fate that's knocking at the door. But life is a thief that feeds upon our fears. It takes and takes and asks for even more. So I'm bleeding ink upon this hollow page before I'm forced to leave this earthly stage. at all. There are chapters written in the creases of my skin. Every scar has whispered your name from within. I try to straighten the jagged roads I've walked, so your path would be smooth and your ghost would be locked. You were the laughter that ignited the black, the shelter I found when the world turned its back. Now I'm counting my breaths as they slowly grow thin, like time is a winter that's closing in. I built this whole world just to keep you inside, but I can't stop the shadow, I can't stem the tide. After I lay down the weight of my name and battle on to this temporal frame, will you carry the fire that I fought to give through the storms and the heartbreak? You'll have to live when the silence is heavy and cold in the hall, and the shadow of doom starts to lean on the wall. I'll still be there, burning deep in your flame, after I lay down the weight of my name. Teaching you the right way to fight, not with your fists but with mercy and light. Told you never run from the truth of the day, even when it's the truth that'll tear you away. But the truth I kept hidden still haunts every bone, that one day you'll walk through this valley alone. Choice, then I'd swear to remain, to give you my everything, to shoulder your pain. After I lay down the weight of my name and I flicker out of this temporal frame, will you carry the fire that I fought to give through the storms and the heartbreak? You'll have to live when the silence is heavy and cold in the hall, and the shadow of doom starts to lean on the wall. I'll still be there, burning deep in your flame, after I lay down the weight of my name. Don't you buckle beneath the weight of the past. Don't let the sorrow be the shadow that's cast. Take the love I couldn't find the words to speak. You'll never go back to being the same. Not from the grief, but the truth you'll hold true, that the meaning of my life was just loving you. In your courage, in the grace you embrace, in the fire that burns on your beautiful face, you become the new form of the life I became after I lay down. Even when the distance feels millions of miles away, I'm the unspoken word that you never say. So when the night calls, the fear that you're trying to hide, and you wish I was there, standing right by your side, just remember through the hurt, through the There's a chapter that we never got to finish, lying still upon the porch, gathering dust. A broken melody on a half-strung guitar. Between the tears and the things we trust, I've gathered all the fragments of the fading sun to pack your bags for the journey just begun. Every lesson taught, every look we shared, every time we faced the dark and dared. I wish I had 10,000 days more to watch you reach for the clouds and soar. Before the shadow claims the path I tread, before the promises go cold in my head, will you hold tight to this flame I give, to light the frozen nights you'll have to live? When my name is just a ghost from the past, and my shadow fades away at last, don't be afraid, my love hasn't died. It lives within the fire of your eyes, even when I'm out of range. Out of you, my whole world was built for you. My whole world was built for you. I remember teaching you how to love, when your heart was bruised and full of scars. Now you stand tall against the wind and tide, while I fade back behind the stars. There were mistakes that I couldn't undo, and battles lost that I fought for you, but I leave you with the only wealth I own, a heart of kindness and a faith made of stone. If I could trade my soul for a moment, stay, I'd buy you peace for every single day. Before the shadow claims the path I tread, before the promises go cold in my head, will you hold tight to this flame I give, to light the frozen nights you'll have to live? When my name is just a ghost from the past, and my shadow fades away at last, don't be afraid, my love hasn't died. It lives within the fire of your eyes, even when I'm out of reach. Out of shoulders I'll shed. You already hold this heart of mine, though we're separated by the lines of time. In every dream you're brave enough to chase, in every smile upon your face, you'll find the truth I live to prove, that everything I was for you. So when the dawn brings the first winter chill, and memories are the only thing standing still, just remember what is forever true. I'm a part of you, and I'm never leaving you. There's a weathered box tucked beneath the frame, holding years I couldn't tether to my side. Birthday cards and promises, half clutched in shame and a depth of grief I had no place to hide. I wrote your name 1,000 times on ghost white pages, in the shadows of my soul where you'll never look. You never guess I've held you through all your stages, reading the life of the child that the man finally took. I always thought I'd have more light to catch a sun, to find the words for the things I've left undone. But if I'm gone before the truth hits the light, all the love I couldn't whisper through the night, will you find it in the wild and restless air, in the heavy silence hanging everywhere? On the nights you feel the world has left you cold, reach for the strength you've always had to hold. I'm the echoes in the wind you're carrying through, even when my shadow's gone away from you. Every beat of your heart, every path you lead, is written in the letters I never got to read. I remember teaching you to ride down that dusty street. You'd hit the ground but never stayed down long. I wish that life was just a game of staying on your feet, where I could reach out and simply right your wrong. But the truth is jagged, cold, and stripped of grace. And I can't outrun the finish line in this race. All I have are these broken shards of us, a burning love turned to ashes and to dust. If I could leap out one thing to outlast the grave, I'd give you every piece of my heart today. But if I'm gone before the truth hits the light, all the love I couldn't whisper through the night, will you find it in the wild and restless air, in the heavy silence hanging everywhere? On the nights you feel the world has left you cold, reach for the strength you've always had to hold. I'm the echoes in the wind you're carrying through, even when my shadow's gone away from you. Every beat of your heart, every path you lead, is written in the letters I never got to read. take of air, I'm still right here. If I'm gone before you ever truly knew that you were the only thing I held on to. Every step you take, every word I left behind, you'll find me in the life you've designed. I'm the freedom that my love has set in place. Even when I'm gone without a trace, every dream you're brave enough to chase with pride carries something that the world can't set aside. There's a quiet road I still walk in my mind, where the sunset bleeds across the things we left behind. Your laughter used to chase me like a shadow in the sun. Now it's just a fading echo. The day is nearly done. I still see the child you were, reaching for the light, with open hands and eyes that didn't know the night. Now you're grasping for a world I barely recognize, where maps won't guide you through the shifting of the skies. I gave you every breath I had. Time is a debt I can't repay. I tried to keep you in my sight, but the sky grew far too wide, and a man's life is a hollow thing against the rising tide. When I've gone to the place where our voices meet, past the jagged lines and the dust of the street, will you hear me? Something through your name when your heart begins to crack from the choices you must frame. I'll be there, though out of sight, in the man you're meant to be, the hidden root, the quiet strength that you inherited from me. Even when I've lost my grip and the years take their final toll, I'll still be the sanctuary, place where your voice finds its soul. I remember every white-knuckle night, fighting ghosts I couldn't see, just hoping I was tall enough to shield your sanctuary, to keep you close and safe within the warmth of our own fire. But life has hands that tear away every heart's desire, and I can't fight forever against a truth so cold and gray, that if love could act as an anchor, I would never drift away. I'd never take my eyes off your face, not for a single day. Don't you shoulder the weight of the scars I had to wear. Don't let my old sorrows be the burden that you bear. Take the love I'm leaving, let it be the wind you need to set your spirit and your restless mind fire. the heights begin to shake, and you're lost among the crossroads of the choices you must make. Just remember deep inside, where the blood and spirit blend, I'm still walking right beside you until the very end.
Old coat hangs heavy by the door, wearing the scars of the storms I've known. I buried my dreams in the hearth's low roar, just to keep a light on before you're on. I hear your footsteps on the gravel outside, steady and sure with a rhythmic pride. You don't reach for my hand to stem the tide the way you did when the world was wide. Your rising sun is the crown that I wear, but the shadows ahead are a weight I still bear. On the day my shadow melts into the clay, when I'm just a whisper at the edge of the day, will you feel me there in the air you breathe, like a sacred truth you still believe? When the world turns hollow and the cold winds blow, and you're searching for a place to go, know I'm written in the fabric of your soul, in every jagged edge and every part that's whole. Though eyes cannot see, though hands cannot hold, I am the fire in you that never grows cold. I was a man of few and broken words, never learned to speak what the heart prefers. So I hid my love in the quiet things, in the silent weight that sacrifice brings. Every wall I hit, every mile I crawled, was to build you a world where you'd stand tall. Every sleepless night I spent in the rain was to buy you a sun that would wash out the pain. If I leave one thing for the years to find, it's the love I gave that I'm leaving than I could ever know. And if the silence screams too loud in your head, and the path is a maze that you've come to dread, listen close to the heartbeat inside of you. I'm in every choice that you're brave enough to do. On the day my shadow stays behind, you won't lose me to the night or the blind. I'll be the rhythm of the steps you take, the heart in every risk you dare to make, in the furnace of your chest burning bright, and the will to stand and join the fight. You find pieces of me, weathered and true, in everything you ever do. Though the darkness is vast and the world is wide, I'm standing right there by your side. So when the light fades out and you're reaching in time, just remember the rhythm, remember the rhyme. I'm in your blood, in your breath, and your cry. I never truly said goodbye. A shadow creeps across the wall at night. Looks like me, but weathered by the years. I trace the map of lines upon my palms and wonder how the ending nears, and wonder where the time disappears. You're drifting in the room down the hall in dreams. I'll never have the right to know. I stand here while the silence turns to stone, watching the clock begin to slow. I tried to be the hero in your story, but even heroes lose their light and glory. If tomorrow comes or gets my name, moves on just the same, will you feel me in the falling rain, like a love that's etched inside your grain? If my voice is lost beyond the blue, the lessons I taught are far from through. No, my heart is beating inside of you, in every single thing you do. Even if my shadow fades to gray, I'm the ground that keeps you from drifting away. I still see you learning how to walk. You'd stumble, cry, then reach for me again. I wish that life could stay within those lines, where I could shield you from the rain and pain. But the world is cold, a hollow, bitter storm, and I can't be the one to keep you warm. All I leave are words
truly went away. If tomorrow comes and gets my name, you'll still be the one who carries the flame. 'Cause the love I poured into your soul is a fire that keeps your spirit whole. In the nights you feel the winter's bite, in the strength you find to win the fight, I'll be there in every spark you claim, even if the world forgets my name. So don't be afraid to let me go where the quiet silver river flows. 'Cause in every breath you're fighting to take, I'm the love that will never break. I'm the love that you'll never break.
There were burdens I never let you see, in the way I held you desperate and tight, counting every heartbeat in the shadows, wrestling with the demons of the night. You were sleeping, draped in warmth and peace, while I traded blows with the dark that wouldn't cease, praying I could be the shield you'd never feel, to guard a heart so fragile yet so real. Time never bows to a love this deep. It harvests the promises we meant to keep. First time you said goodbye, just a single step beyond the iron gate. You turned to catch the glimmer in my eye, as if I still held the reins of your fate. But the road was calling loud and clear, leading you further than my hands could steer. And I knew leaving me in the cold while watching you. If I could trade the ending for a moment more, I'd silence feels a mile deep, and the hollow night won't let you sleep. Just remember, in the quiet of the sea, you are and will always be a part of me. There's a distance growing quietly in the shade, creeping through the corners of the days we made. It's not measured in miles, but in the ticking of the clock, moments slipping through my fingers, things I can't unlock. I watch you standing there, facing the dawn alone, where my reaching hands can no longer make it home. My heart tightens, knowing when the new day breaks, I won't be there to catch you from the stumbles and the aches. I wanted to build a wall to keep the storms at bay, but time is a relentless tide that washes walls away. There's a space my heart no longer gets to follow, past the edge of every skyline, past every hollow, where my voice is just a trace, a ghost of a sound. Will you still feel my warmth when I'm not around? In the nights you lose your way, searching for a sign, in the bitter unspoken words you keep confined, I'll be there in every longing, every breath you take, a quiet light to guide you through the heart's own quake. Even when my form is lost to the fading years, I'm still living in you, through the laughter and the tears. I remember your tiny steps, the falls you overcame. You looked to me for answers, like I held a perfect flame, like I own the sun and the stars that never die. But I'm just a traveler beneath a borrowed sky. A love so massive in a frame so small and frail, the hardest truth I've ever known is that
stop the turning of a cruel and jagged fate. I trade my life to keep you from ever standing at the gate. There's a space my heart no longer gets to follow, past the edge of every skyline, past every hollow, where my voice is just a trace, a ghost of a sound. Will you still feel my warmth when I'm not around? In the nights you lose your way, searching for a sign. In the bitter unspoken words you keep confined, I'll be there in every longing, every breath you take, a quiet light to guide you through the heart's own quake. Don't shoulder the weight of my ancient tired pain. Don't let sorrow take your spirit and drive it insane. Take the love I leave behind, let it be your shield, so your heart and your mind can find a quiet field. And if the world turns cold, a landscape of gray, then you find yourself drifting, lost along the way. Close your eyes and you will find a miracle in view. I am still walking, right beside you. There's a space my heart is no longer meant to tread, but my love will fill the hollows of the life you lead ahead. Every step you dare to take, every choice you claim, carries the mark of who I was and the whisper of your name. In your courage, in your fight, in your steady hand, in the way you chase the light across this broken land. You'll become the very best of everything I knew. Even if the end is real, there's no end to loving you. So when the stars feel few and the distance feels so wide, and the heavy night is breaking on the incoming tide, just remember one thing that will never fade away: I never stop loving you, not for a single day.